Pending breakdown. If you've been adding along in your head like I have been, you would realize there's a surplus of $61,660,000. That is a bottom line that rivals any corporation worldwide. Of course, this money is said to be used on providing additional assistance to education, veterans, and state and health and human services, but that has come into question for some very obvious reasons.
Welcome to Waywut, your weekly verbal double take. This is a rabbit hole podcast where a couple of old guys do moderate to shallow dives into various topics, ranging from true crime, paranormal, sports, pop culture, or anything else that we find interesting. We drop episodes every Tuesday, and then on Fridays if we feel like it. You can follow us on Facebook, X, TikTok, and Instagram. We appreciate you joining us. Now that we got all this self-promotion stuff out of the way, here.
Yep, it's that time again for your weekly verbal double take. My name is Jason, and today I will scratch the surface on another topic that made me say, wait, what? Joining me, wondering why every time he scratches his butt, his nose starts to itch, is Darrell.
Ew.
You know it does.
No.
Mine does. Mine does.
No, I mean, I just hate whenever I when you get a good deep scratch in your balls.
Uh-huh.
And then right after that, you're just like, I gotta go wash this hand. I mean, all right, I will admit, there's been a time that I got a good deep scratch in my balls and I wasn't paying attention, wiped my nose and I flinch back.
Whoa. Run a rag across
What's going on down there?
Got onion crotch.
It's the end of the day. You sit down a lot. We got a lot going on down there.
Oh, yeah. It's in a worse spot. Trapped so much heat down there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, everyone has talked about certain scenarios in your life and what you would do. Scenarios such as, what would you do if you witnessed a bank robbery or some other crime? What would you do if you were stuck on a deserted island, and who would you be on that island with? And with what item? Running into one of your favorite celebrities. What would you do if there was a zombie outbreak? What about winning the lottery and how you would spend it? The last one is the most fun to talk about. You envision yourself lying in a pile of bills, making money angels, knowing you never have to worry about money again.
No, not even a little. You get a lawyer, you get them to cash the ticket so nobody knows that you won the lottery. If I win the lottery, you'll never know.
Well, yeah. Scenario. You think about all the lavish things you will buy. You think about all the charitable donations you could make. You think about all the family that will come out of the woodworks and how you will tell them to return to being only a distant memory. You think about how your life will never be the same. We have all had that dream. A dream that actually has a better chance of coming true than any of the prior scenarios I mentioned. Well, except for maybe the celebrity one. Maybe the crime one too. And who knows? Maybe the zombie outbreak one too.
Maybe.
I did see that they were able to reanimate a brain that has been dead on an animal for a while. Like it was able to give it function after it's been dead. Zombie.
Why?
They're going to fuck around, and then we're all going to find out.
Yeah, I mean, do you realize how many people I'll have to kill if we have a zombie apocalypse? I mean, I'm not even talking about zombies. You know how many people I would have to kill in Minecraft? I think that's what they say to kind of get out of it. But if a real apocalyptic scenario happened, I don't stop trying to make that happen. I don't want it.
Yeah, I already have my weapon of choice picked out.
Dare I ask?
Yeah, I mean, it would be like a baseball bat type, sword type thing, or something I could swing and be able to cut at the same time. Nothing that could be stuck in a head or like a hammer or anything like that. A sword, like a Michonne type sword, is too long in close counter.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think you're safe with just saying baseball bat. You don't need to dress it up.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be dressed up. It's a baseball bat.
Put some spikes on it, all that cool stuff.
That'll get it stuck.
I just want something to be able to slice through and to be able to hammer down.
Slicing's overrated, and it's way too. I mean, you're better off just trying to smash a good chunk of that brain to where like chunks of the skull go barreling into it and destroying the brain.
I can do that.
There you go. Baseball bat. That simple.
I got plenty of those. Okay. Well, 45 U.S. states and 3 U.S. territories, Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands, operate lotteries. Alabama, Alaska, Hawaii, Nevada, and Utah are the only states that don't, which I'm kind of surprised that some of these don't. I don't know. The combined total of how much money Americans spent on lottery tickets is an estimated $103 billion, with the prize payouts totaling around $69 billion. That is just from 2023, and those are pretty huge numbers. It still has a surplus of a little over $30 billion. The question is, where does it go? Is it going where it's supposed to go? As
I don't think so.
No, as we have learned with the implementation of Doge, the government likes to spend and hide the way they spend it.
Oh, you don't say.
Since Darrell and I live in Texas, I looked into Texas's lottery, and boy, did I find some things that made me say, like, what?
Yeah, because I remember whenever it was a big to do on the votes to get that in back in the day, and they kept saying it's going to do wonders. It's all the money's going into education. All of the money is going into education.
No.
You lying motherfuckers.
Yes, and I have the numbers.
All right.
Well, Texas Lottery was officially launched on May 29th, 1992, with its sale of its first scratch-off game, Lone Star Millions. The first day saw a record-breaking 23.2 million tickets sold, and over 102 million tickets were sold in the first week. Those numbers just got better. In the year 2024 alone, the Texas Lottery generated $8.39 billion in sales, marking
we do love to gamble.
Yeah, and golly, I don't know how many times I go to Kroger or a convenience store, and somebody's always outside scratching in their car or scratching on the way out to the car. And then what are they going to do if they win? They're going to come right back inside and buy 2 more, most of the time.
Yeah, I know we do it like at the state fair because I got that lottery booth, and it's fun to do that there. I mean, I even won I think I won 25 free lottery tickets at one point. Ooh. So I scratch away. And then every now and then when we have the kids, we'll let the kids pick out which ones they want, and then we all just sit around and scratch them for fun and talk about, have you lost yet? No, I haven't lost yet. I lost now. Okay, I'm a loser. Move on.
They changed it too, where they have vending machines now where you can buy lottery tickets.
It's even fucking worse. You can do it on your phone.
Yeah, well, I'll get into the online stuff, but yeah, it's totally changed. Oh, well, in 2024 alone, the Texas Lottery generated 3.9 billion. God damn, I can't talk.
I remember my first beer.
It generated a lot of money. A lot of money.
A lot. There's so much in me.
God damn, who knew billion would be so hard to say? Anyway, it's the second best year it ever had. With that much money in the pot, everyone wants a piece of that action. There is a reason why every fast food restaurant has a damn fried chicken sandwich. Okay, well, here's a breakdown of how that money was used in 2024. First, the biggest piece of that pie goes to the lottery winners. 66.8% of the revenue goes to prize payouts.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Largest portion is covering all winnings from scratch-offs to jackpots. Since it started, 5.6 billion plus for 2024. Since its launch in 1992, the Texas Lottery has paid out over 60 billion in prizes to winners across all games. So, lots of money going on there. The next biggest pie is the public education. 24.3% goes to the Foundation School Fund, which supports K through 12 education in Texas. In 2024, it donated or gave $1.98 billion. And since it started, it's up to $33.7 billion. So lots of money.
Mm-hmm.
The next biggest payout is retailer commissions. This one surprised me.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, this one has 5.3% is paid to lottery retailers as commission for ticket sales and cashing small prizes.
Yep.
In 2024, these retailers made $444.67 million.
Well, yeah, because they also like whatever one sells like the big winning tickets and stuff, they get a prize as well for selling the big tickets.
Why did they get a prize just for selling it? What did they
You
do?
want to encourage them to fucking sell it.
I mean, I guess.
I mean,
that's why it says here it encourages widespread ticket availability.
they don't get to do a markup on it like they do with other products. I mean, otherwise they're just it would be completely pointless for them to have it.
But isn't the point of getting them to come into your store? Like, I'm going to sell the lottery, so you could come into my store and buy a Coke and a pack of bubble gum.
No, what
That's how
fucking world do you live in? This is fucking American capitalism, bitch. I am not selling fucking shit unless I'm getting paid.
Yeah, well, I didn't. See, that's part that surprised me. I thought they would want to sell it so people would come into the store and possibly buy other things.
No, it's stupid. That's really stupid. It's not even. No, that's the only word for it. That's stupid.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but...
Okay, well, if you think that's stupid, the next biggest piece is the lottery administration. 3.3% covers administrative costs, including salaries, marketing, their technology, and their vendor contracts, paying out in 2024 $276.87 million.
All right, so this does make sense. But the one question I was going to ask does that include manufacturing?
No, it just
so
says.
Is that a different section?
Because technology infrastructure, but that doesn't seem like manufacturing.
Well, I mean, tickets like it's mainly scratchers, rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls of scratchers have to be printed. I get why they also have to be designed and they have to be planned out and all that other stuff. So, I mean, a lottery administration, it makes sense. Especially with the marketing, because there was a period where before we joined up where we were doing Powerball and Mega Millions and all that, it was just the Texas lottery.
Yeah.
Where their sales went down a lot. And it was funny because like whenever it would start off that first amount after somebody would win, the starting amount would go down to $4 million and nobody would play.
No, they'll wait till it gets up to the 25 or 50 or whatever it got up to.
Back then, 100 million was the big one.
Yeah.
But I remember the lottery commission did a commercial where some guy like is going through his mail and he sees like a birthday card from grandma and he opens it up and there's like a check for $4 million. He shakes his head and then closes it back up, puts it in the drawer. It's like $4 million is a lot of money.
Yeah.
That was the commercial. I thought it was great.
That's pretty great.
I get them having advertising. I mean, you said it was 276 million in the entire life or in a year?
That was for 2024.
So it's a year.
Yeah.
All right. So does it say how many employees that administration covers?
It does not. It does say their salaries and, like you said, marketing, technology, infrastructure, and vendor contracts. Maybe the vendor contracts is what you're talking about, the printing of the ticket.
Yeah, that probably is the case. And I imagine design and implementation of all the games, along with security. Security is a big deal with
security would be huge, yeah.
But I mean, even marketing is fairly big. Not just the staff, but also
their new game.
Who's coming up with marketing plans, whether it's the ones online or the ones out in person, like at the state fair. But people are going to be overpaid. I mean, it's one of those things where I would not be the least bit fucking surprised if various executive positions at the State Lottery Commission are occupied by the nephews and children and nieces and cousins of politicians.
Oh,
and siblings.
Yeah, we will get to that part too.
Yeah.
And the last piece of this pie is for the fund for veterans assistance. Only 0.3% goes to veteran services, including housing, healthcare, and job support. And in 2024, still a lot of money. $26.8 million was donated to this in 2024. And since 2009, over 248 million had been contributed to the Fund for Veterans Assistance.
Okay.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where there's I mean, because like your initial reaction is like, I want to give veterans all the money, which I get that, but keep in mind a lot of veteran programs exist at the federal level because they were
Federal
essentially
government,
they were part of the federal army,
yes,
and federal the federal government. They were part of that. So just the fact that Texas is doing something, I guarantee you, is probably more than a lot of other fucking states. So
I did have a breakdown of that, and I did not have that. But yeah, there are other states that have other breakdowns where they spend different amounts on different sectors. But the spending breakdown, if you've been adding along in your head like I have been, you would realize there's a surplus of $61,660,000. That is a bottom line that rivals any corporation worldwide. Of course, this money is said to be used on providing additional assistance to education, veterans, and state and health and human services, but that has come into question for some very obvious reasons. While the lottery does contribute to education, its $1.98 billion share is only about 3% of Texas's total education budget, which ranges from $58 to $60 billion annually. The other question that came into play is the same can be said for the amount given to the Veterans and Health and Human Services Department. More money went to the people running the lottery than the people the lottery was meant for. But once again, that goes back to what you were saying about how it's a federal army, not a state army, so there could be reasons on that. And I was under the impression that when the lottery was first instituted here in Texas, it was for education and roads. However, no money goes to road and highway funding. Am I the only one that thought that?
I think so. I only ever heard about education.
I sworn it was going for roads. Maybe I'm confusing that with the tollways.
Tollways, yes. So tollways, like the Dallas North Tollway, when it was built in the 70s, they were told it was only going to be a tollway until it was paid for.
Yeah.
They lied.
Yeah, because they keep expanding it.
Well, no, it's paid off. It's paid off, and they fucking sold the management of it to a fucking foreign company. Our tolls pay some company in Spain. Anyways,
the Texas Tollway Authority is owned by a company in Spain?
Yeah, or something like that. It was weird. I remember it was a big deal because it was making people not want the George Bush Turnpike. But the thing is like, and I will scream this until my dying day, but anytime the government gets something, they never give it back. Ever.
It's mine. All mine.
Ever. There's a reason the Patriot Act still exists. And it's not because we need it to. It's because they don't want to give that, give that back. Yeah. They're like, no, you gave up some of these freedoms. We're keeping them.
Exactly why the big uproar with COVID and how they want everybody to wear a mask and how they think that was going to be a lifetime thing. They didn't want to give that power back to the people. No. They love telling people what to do.
Yeah, and so like anytime something's a tollway, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be a tollway forever. They're never going to not take our money if they can. It's whenever for those of you outside of Texas, you probably don't give a shit, but it's been claimed by the people in charge of Texas that they want to repeal state property tax.
Yeah, Florida's doing it.
No, but Texas says that they want to do it. And we've got a pretty heavy majority on one side, so they could get it done if they wanted to. But it's, if they do it, then they can stop. Then they have to stop saying they're going to do it. And how are they supposed to get votes if they do stuff?
How are they going to give up their leverage?
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm impressed if any of the money goes to education. The fact that you said as much as it did go there, I'm shocked. I expected you to be like, well, they get $3 and a handful of pocket lint every year. I would have been like, okay, that tracks. But
I
now
think
the
they could give
surplus,
more.
oh yeah, that's the thing. If there's a surplus, that doesn't make much sense to me. There shouldn't be a surplus. This should be a
No.
nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
This should be nonprofit, and any excess that they have needs to go back into all the little cuts that they're supposed to have. I mean,
Yes.
hell, I'd even be okay with them sitting there saying, okay, well, we're going to give like 60% of that of the surplus over to education. We're going to cut off about 5 or 10% of that for bonuses for our employees. Dump a bunch in the veteran stuff.
Yeah.
What?
No, I agree. I totally agree. It's a
So
lot of money
tell
that
me
needs
where
to
the
be.
hell this money's going, Jason.
Well, okay, I will. I will.
All right.
The last question that the lottery has been accused of is that lower income households disproportionately fund it through ticket purchases.
Well, no shit. It's like it's low income retirement plans.
Yeah, my question is, why would rich people buy a lottery ticket?
Yeah, that's fucking retarded.
Yeah, so I don't
No, I
agree with
mean,
that question.
and well,
Yeah.
and it's really stupid because like whenever any of the lotteries do get really big, a lot of times, whenever the funds make it worth it. So say you're a bunch of millionaires
Mm-hmm.
and you got your little financial manager guy, and the lottery's at $2 billion. And it's like, okay, hey guys, if y'all sink in $500 million, you're pretty much gonna win or whatever. I don't know what
Yeah.
the odds are, but then you get all these people, they pull all their money together, they buy like enough tickets where it covers pretty much the odds, and then boom, they get to double their money. So
Yeah.
but that's the only time rich people do it. Poor people, that's their retirement fund. I mean, McDonald's doesn't pay a 401k. So, I mean, it makes sense that they're all like, okay, well, I'm going to keep shooting my shot. Either one, I'm going to be that 80-year-old woman working at McDonald's, or two, I'm going to be that 60-year-old woman that's banging a pool
Gonna
boy
own a
in
McDonald's,
Mexico.
yeah. Well, with all these questions needing answers, the Texas government has stepped in, as the Texas Lottery Commission is currently under sunset review in 2025, meaning its operations and effectiveness are being evaluated by the legislature. The Senate Finance Committee accused the Lottery Commission of enabling money laundering, underage and out-of-state participation, and excessive terminal deployment to favored retailers. That one's a big one to me, now that I know more about how much money the retailers are getting.
Well, all right. Well, and I get, so the terminal deployment, that's probably somebody's palm getting greased. Where they're like, hey, we want to sell more winning lottery tickets here. Can you get us one of those things? It's like, sure, if you pay me a little bit. But the whole like out of state people, of course, out of state people are going to buy our fucking lottery tickets. That's retarded to think that they wouldn't. I mean,
Especially if they're doing it online, like you can. They're being accused of illegal online ticket sales, like third-party carriers, Lotto.com and Jackpot. So lottery tickets online, bypassing the traditional retailers. So if you can buy it online, you can buy it anywhere.
I hate that. Well, I mean, and I'm surprised the state government hadn't cracked down on that. I mean, we're one of those states that you can't sports bet online. FanDuel doesn't work here. You can't play poker for money online. You can't do any of the online gambling stuff. And the fact that they're like, oh yeah, you can buy scratchers online now. And that's what it is. You have this app and you pay them for a scratcher, and that's the stupidest fucking thing ever. I mean, we are a generation that has played video games. We know video games fucking cheat, and you're going to tell me that you're willing to throw however many fucking dollars at an app that'd be like, oh yeah, you could totally win like $1 million, I promise. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that shit's shady.
Yeah, I agree
shady.
with shady, and there's further that will come out about that too soon. These services also printed tickets at these licensed retailers and scanned them for customers, raising concerns about underage gambling, out-of-state purchases again, and lack of oversight. Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, like I never, even when I was a kid. I mean, like my parents would buy them and let me scratch them, and I had an uncle that would hand out scratchers at like Christmas time and stuff like that. I've never known a kid that's all like, dude, dude, I heard that store will totally sell us scratchers. I think if kids have money, they're going to drop it more on probably vape pens, cigarettes, or beer.
You got that right.
Not like, oh no, I got to feed this gambling habit, man. Jesus. Oh.
And I don't know many kids that way. If they do, it's usually sports linked, like you said, like FanDuel, PrizePicks, or DraftKings or something.
And it's retarded.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I used to get those Fortnite loot boxes, and that wasn't cut anymore, and I had to start getting scratchers, and now I got like a $200 a week scratcher habit. Fourth grade so hard.
Oh man. Well, they've been accused of money laundering and bulk ticket schemes. A $95 million jackpot in April of 2023 was won by a group that bought nearly every possible number combination.
Yep. I mean, and there's nothing illegal about that. If you can afford it, do it.
But that's a thing is if you can, that's something they stopped, and I'll get to that here in a second.
Oh, but there's something else that you said. What was the? Let's see. You said go backwards.
Underage gambling, out of state purchases, lack of oversight,
the money laundering.
Mm-hmm.
That's gambling. I mean, that is, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of states don't like it. Is gambling is the most effective way to launder money.
Yeah.
Period. It just is.
It's too much money coming in, too much going out.
Yeah. If you're going to have casinos, you're going to have any kind of gambling, launder tickets. I mean, say you have $1 million to launder, then you go to a video poker machine that has a 99.1% payout, and you put that $1 million in there, click, 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 click. Yeah, you're going to lose, but then you're going to walk away with at least, with a clean $500,000 or more.
Yeah. Watch
and
the
same
movie
goes
Casino.
with lottery.
Yeah. Watch the movie Casino. Their money laundering scheme was literally walking into the bank vault, taking out the money, and walking out. There was so much movement going on.
The actual laundering part. So, say, Jason, say you come across a dead drug dealer, and he has a briefcase with $20 million in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing you want is for the IRS to say, "Hey, Jason, why is it all of a sudden you have $20 million?" And the last thing you want is the guy, like DEA or anybody knowing that you have a drug dealer's $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
There. I put it all on black. What? No.
You buy $20 million worth of scratchers. Now, are you going to end up with $20 million at the end of it? No. But you're going to end up with millions of dollars at the end of it. And on top of that, you're going to have a legitimate millions of dollars. So
I like it.
I mean, that's the money laundering part, and at least on the ground level. Now, if there's something going on through the administration, I don't know. I'm waiting to hear if you have a story on that. But that's essentially how you launder money at like, and it's the most highest cost of money laundering. It's not like, giving it to an accountant and them like funneling it through like car washes and all that other bullshit. Yeah. This is I don't want to have to pay anybody. I have money I'm not supposed to have. I'm going to use it to walk away with clean money.
That'll work. Of course, allegations surfaced that children were used to operate lottery terminals in this scheme, raising serious legal and ethical concerns. The operation involved dozens of machines printing hundreds of tickets per second across multiple locations. The masterminds were two international gamblers. I'm not even going to come close to their names. I'm not even going to try to say them.
Do you at least know what country these international gamblers are?
Well, his name ends in a JEC. So I'm thinking it's somewhere in like
Spell the names for me.
His first name is Zeljko. Zeljko.
Okay.
His last name is, Ranojajec.
Okay, yeah, no, you're probably right. He's probably Eastern European of some sort.
Eastern Europe, maybe Iceland, maybe I don't know.
Hmm.
But the other guy sounds like Italian. His name is Bernard Marantelli.
Okay.
No, and they're both known for exploiting gambling systems globally.
Hmm.
So, with all this info and all these questions that were
Hold
raised,
on.
go ahead.
Exploiting gambling systems. That pisses me off. It's one thing if you cheat. All right.
Mhm.
If you are playing blackjack and you have an ace up your sleeve, literally, and you slip that air and it's like, oh, look at me, I got a blackjack. That is cheating. Counting cards, not fucking cheating. Fuck you.
No,
That is just
using your brain.
gambling and using your brain. And if you are able to exploit, which means win more than they want you to,
Find the loophole.
yeah, that's some bullshit. That is things that piss me off. That like, because well, you're not supposed to actually win. And so if
They
they're
change
getting
the
up,
rules.
exploiting a gambling just means outsmarting the casino or outsmarting the lottery commission.
Yes, because we've asked
And
this question before, Mister
it's so
Coach
it's not
Stewart's
cheating.
class. Yeah, we've asked this question in Coach Stewart's class in high school, and I remember him giving us the answer like you could win the lottery every time if you had enough money and the time to sit there and do the math or whatever to figure out how many combinations you need to do.
Yeah, it's just a matter of it being worth it. In which
Mm-hmm.
it takes a long time for that jackpot to get high enough to be worth it. And even then, you got to worry about like, oh god damn it, 4 other people won.
Oh well, so all this info and questions and all this stuff that happened. What happened? Well, first, the Texas Lottery Commission eventually banned courier services in April of 2025. This was one of the last acts by the Texas Lottery Commission due to the passage of Senate Bill 3070 on September 1st, 2025. This abolished the Texas Lottery Commission and transferred operations to the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation.
Oh, wow. I did not know the lottery commission was gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
All right.
So this Senate Bill 37 not only abolishes the Lottery Commission and transfers all the lottery and charitable bingo operations to the Department of Licensing and Regulation, but it also has some new restrictions. This is what I was talking about earlier on purchasing a lottery ticket. These
Okay.
are the new restrictions. First, ban on online lottery ticket sales. Can't do it
Boom.
anymore. What we were just talking about. You could only buy 100 tickets per transaction now. You can't go and buy millions of them and try to win it.
I mean,
know all the
you know what?
combinations.
And it's one of those things. Is like I said, that I'm okay with them doing that because it's not accusing anybody that can buy more as cheating or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
It's just saying, oh, that was a loophole. Let's close that off.
Yep.
Now, does that mean you can only buy 100 per day or 100 per? You said 100 per
Or
transaction.
100 per transaction.
Oh well, fuck, and it's still easy to do whatever you need to do. All right.
If you want to
Which
go
even
and
if-
buy it, a million times or however much it takes to get those combinations.
Well, and the reason I think the reason they do that is whenever you get like a roll of lottery tickets. All right, I forget how
Mhm.
many thousands are in there, but it has a habit of winners being close together. Like how it has a little number on there. And I experienced this recently at State Fair. Like whenever I would get winners, because like I said, I had like 25 or 26, I forget, but they handed them all to me in a row, and I would hit like these little win streaks where it'd be like winner, 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 loser, 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 winner, 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 loser, loser. So I think it's also to prevent people from essentially buying an entire roll.
That leads me to a question. And if anybody knows this answer, I would love to hear it. When I used to buy baseball cards, football cards, and so forth, and the whole box that he would come in with all the different packages, and you were guaranteed in that one box to get one jersey card on it or one special card. I wonder if you buy a whole roll of lottery tickets, are you guaranteed to have one prize over $1,000 or
You're
anything
not.
like that?
You're not. Because the way those roll, I mean, think about it. Whenever these things are printed, they're printed in one big long thing. The rolls are just where they chop things off, and it's like, okay, we counted 1,000 chop, we counted 1,000 chop. So no, you can't guarantee there's like in a roll there's like a super grand jackpot or whatever.
Be kind of cool if you could.
Well, no, because then people would just buy a fucking roll of lottery tickets.
I know. We went over the ban on the online ticket sales. You can only buy 100 tickets per transaction. There's only a limit. There's a limit of 5 ticket machines per retailer. So if you go to 7-Eleven, there can only be 5 machines in there now.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And the last restriction is the prohibition of lottery employees and their families from buying tickets.
That should have been there the whole fucking time. No, because because I mean, I'm sure they'll get away with it, with like little scratchers, little wins and stuff like that. But I think it's a win over $200 that you actually have to mail the ticket take it to you'd have to take it to the lottery commission in person. Definitely over like a few thousand. Yeah. And the second you go up there and they're all like, why do you have the same last name as my boss? You know,
they got some insider information.
And I'm sorry, but I mean, it's kind of like a lot of sweepstakes and stuff, like the Monopoly game with McDonald's. There was always rules with them saying friends, family, and employees and their families can't win. That's just part of it. I mean, it sucks to suck. I mean, it's like, man, I really wanted to buy scratchers, but Dad had to be a fucking CEO over there. I'm gonna go throw a fit in my fucking Ferrari now. I won lottery tickets.
I get it. I don't know how they can regulate it and how they can enforce it.
They wouldn't on a small level. Like I said, they win and little wins, and they get to cash in at the store.
Yeah.
It's nothing. But the second that they win a significant amount and they actually have to take it to the state agency, then they're busted. They're just like, no, you're not getting this.
Yeah. Well, since they moved it to the other Department of Licensing and Regulation, this staff increased by nearly 50% due to this change, and its budget increased by 6 times.
God damn it. Governments can't do anything right. Okay.
No, it's stupid. Will this solve the issue of the use of lottery funds? Will it prevent from other schemes and scandals? Only time will tell, but to me, it sounds like the bigger problem still is how the money is allocated.
I mean, like I said earlier, the government can take... I mean, I think now it's making me rethink this whole thing. The whole reason they got rid of the Lottery Commission had nothing to do with the allocation of the funds. The whole problem was they're like, shit, they made more money than we thought.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's illegal. Money laundering and this is ours now. Fuck off.
Remember when we're talking about that trial in Alaska? I can't remember the episode now, but Australia. And we're like, Australia was like, oh yeah, you're going to owe us $250 million too.
Yeah.
I mean, they had nothing to do with the suit at all. This is kind of like the same, like, hey, how are we going to improve our bottom line? I know. Let's absorb the Lottery Commission and take their money.
Yeah, pretty much. I love this because I guarantee it. At first, they're all like, "Yes, we're going to be able to distribute this better. There's this excess here. We could put more money in education, more money in veterans, and then we'll just put more money in our pockets and our family's pockets." Yeah. It's like, and they, all of a sudden, the lottery people, their family don't need to win anymore. It's like,
they're rich.
Just have some money.
Yeah,
have a job.
We have scratched off all the boxes on this episode. Let us know if you have a lottery story. Be sure to check back next week as Darrell will hopefully return from the store after he told me he was going to buy scratchers and smokes. And we'll tell us another topic.
I'm ditching you. I'm going to go get me some cocaine and hookers.
You told me you'd be back.
You'll get a hold of me and I'll be like, oh, sorry, they didn't have milk here. I'm going to go to the next place.
Oh, that's funny. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Cool. Bye.
Later.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Waywut. This show's available on YouTube, Good Pods, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts. We love to hear from you. Please comment on what you just listened to, pass along episode ideas, or just talk to us at Waywut Podcast in our Facebook group or on TikTok, Instagram, or X. Again, we really appreciate you joining us. Come back again to hear about some stuff that will make you say, "Wait, what?"